Hey, I'm Mike. Welcome back to the channel. So fragrances can be really expensive, sometimes several $100s each. Now I know some of you are saying, Mike, money is so tight right now, I can't afford to make my car payment and buy new fragrances. Well, we have to prioritize, so I want to make sure you're the best smelling person on that bus.
Man, you are one pathetic loser.
Follow in my financial footsteps, and you'll be the only person in line at the dollar store who smells like Creed Aventus. We have some really great fragrances coming up, and I think you're really going to enjoy them, so stick around. There's a theme in the fragrances I'm showing you today, and it's shiny bottles.
He's the best. Love it.
And this first one is a fingerprint magnet. It's Rasasi's Hawas Elixir. Boy, that just rolls off the tongue, doesn't it? This is a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's La Male Elixir. And it makes sense when you compare the bottles. Yeah, they're both shiny and they're both gold.
I love gold.
Me too, gold member. Me too. This has top notes of mint, bergamot, and artemisia. Middle notes of dark chocolate, lavender, and benzoin. And the base notes are vanilla, tonka bean, and white musk. There's also an unlisted note of tobacco that many smell. So they've actually done something interesting here in a twist on the original. They took out the honey note and they added a dark chocolate note. It moves the fragrance in a more gourmand direction, and it makes it more interesting in my opinion, and makes this a very enjoyable fragrance. This is a great date night fragrance, and you will smell like a snack.
Wow, that is so good.
So Rasasi has gone into overdrive recently. They've released all kinds of new fragrances. They've got Tropical, Malibu, Cobra, Atlantis, Viper. Okay, mercy, you win. I'm not even going to try to buy all those. At this rate, I'm going to have to file bank, Rasasi. No, that doesn't work. Next shiny bottle, this is Lattafa Fakhar Platine. And pay attention, this is a good one. This is a clone of YSL's Y Elixir. And this is a really nice fragrance. So basically, they've taken that YSL fresh out of the laundry, dryer sheet clean fragrance that you love so much, and they've added a guava note. This one is killer. It might be my favorite new budget fragrance. I actually like this one so much, I went out and bought the original YSL Y Elixir. And believe it or not, I think I might prefer the clone. It's actually less generic than the original $200 fragrances. So go figure. Now some will say the bottle looks tacky, or the fragrance smells juvenile. To them, I would say,
Hey, shut your mouth.
so this projects better than the original. It creates a really nice scent bubble around you. It's fresh, it's clean, you can wear it anywhere, and man, that guava note, whew. So this one has gotten me several compliments from strangers, so I'm not the only one who thinks it smells great. Oh, and shout out to the original Lattafa Fakhar Black. It's one of the all-time great budget fragrances. Moving right along, we have Arabiyat Prestige Mahd Aldahab. And that sounds less like the name of a fragrance and more like the password to my Wi-Fi. But this is a very good clone of Born to Stand Out's Drunk Lovers. This is a very high quality clone and has insanely good ratings on Fragrantica and Parfumo. This is a powdery citrus with woods and spices. This has vanilla and amber underpinning the fragrance that comes off in a very gourmet way. Think PDM Altair. No, it doesn't smell like Altair, but it has the same type of vibe, which is the spiced gourmand vanilla. This one actually performs very well with 6 to 8 hours on the skin with a nice moderate projection. It's a high quality bottle, it's a high quality fragrance, and just check out this atomizer on this thing. So I'm really loving these recent releases from Arabiyat Prestige. They're taking the clone game to a whole new level. Now next up, in another shiny bottle, this is Riiffs Prive Platinum. Now technically this is not a new release, it's a 2023 release. But this one was really hard to get your hands on, and I've been trying to get it for some time. I had heard this was a really good clone of Creed's Silver Mountain Water, and I can confirm it's excellent. I ended up getting this for $27.99 on Amazon. So this one has a very interesting packaging choice. It's a chromed out champagne bottle wearing a little bolo tie. Makes me think they dropped acid in that marketing meeting.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
So you guys are always asking for good Creed clones. This is the best Silver Mountain Water clone that I'm aware of. I used to recommend Club de Nuit Sillage, and this is a decent clone. It's good, but I think this is really good. It actually takes it to another level. This is closer to the original fragrance, and it's much more enjoyable to wear. So I tested Riiffs Prive Platinum side by side with Creed Silver Mountain Water. This is very close and a very nice clone. So both fragrances open up with bright citrus with a tea note in the mid. Now the Silver Mountain Water gets a little tartness from black currant, which this is lacking. They both have a woody musky dry down. So this differs from the Creed fragrance in that the citrus is a little bit brighter. I also find that this fragrance is a little more linear, meaning it changes less from the original spray to the dry down. But overall, a fantastic clone, and I highly recommend this one. And if you notice my wrists are shiny, it's because I can't go past this fragrance without spraying some on. Next, let's take a trip to Paris. Corner. It's Paris Corner's North Stag Expression 4 Quatre. This is a clone of Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim. And the best way I can describe this is it smells like candied orange wedges. It's a pretty linear fragrance, but there is a bit of musk in the dry down. The notes on this are pretty simple. The top note is mandarin orange. The middle notes are Sicilian orange and bergamot. The base note is ginger. This is a very fresh, warm weather fragrance. But for me, it's not a very serious fragrance. This is a fun, playful type of scent, the kind that you spray on out of the shower, something like that. I mean, you could spray it on your sheets or something if you want them to smell fresh. As with all really fresh citrus fragrances, the performance is kind of mid on this. 5 to 6 hours on the skin with maybe projection for the first hour and a half to 2 hours max. But it is a really nice, clean, pleasant scent. If your significant other is going to be in close and you want to smell like a piece of candy,
You are a bad boy.
this is a refreshing, clean, bright, candied orange fragrance, and I enjoy it quite a bit. Also, I have to mention that North Stag Expressions Dew from the same line is also really good. This is a clone of PDM Latent, and it's an excellent budget choice. You want another Creed clone? This is Atralia's Absolute Noir, and this is a clone of Creed's Absolute Aventus. This one retails for like $600. This one retails for $55, but can regularly be found at discounters for about $35. So yeah, save your money. So here, Atralia has taken the Absolute Aventus DNA and sprinkled in a little bit of Dior Sauvage. It actually adds a pepperiness and a spiciness to the fragrance that makes it interesting, while retaining smoothness and sweetness. The top notes are listed as pink pepper, grapefruit, bergamot, and lemon. The middle notes are ambroxan, pineapple, and watermelon. The base notes are moss, patchouli, and vetiver. So this is a spicy, peppery, smooth, dark fragrance that just hits. It also projects off the skin for that nice complement factor. So this comes in a nice looking bottle, and check out this atomizer. Now this is a really nice Absolute Aventus clone, but there are others. I'm going to be doing a full review of the best Creed Absolute Aventus clones in next week's video. In next week's video, I'm also going to be doing a full bottle giveaway, so make sure to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss next week's upload. So we can't talk about great clone fragrances without talking about Armaf and their ever-growing Odyssey line. This is Armaf's Odyssey Revolution. So speaking of the Odyssey line, most of the bottles in the Odyssey line come wrapped up in what looks like little leather jackets. In fact, there's more jackets than a biker gang. But for some reason, Revolution shows up naked.
I need your clothes, your boots, and your motorcycle.
Now this is a brand new fragrance and might be the best in the Odyssey line. So it's reported to be a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Ultra Male. But for me, it's a Franken fragrance. I think it's a combination of Kayadal Farsan, Afnan 9PM Rebel, with some liquid brune mixed in there. So if you mixed all three of these together, you'd end up with Armaf Odyssey Revolution. And by the way, all four of these are excellent fragrances, and I'll link them down below in the description. I recommend all these. So Odyssey smells fresh and opening from pineapple, with a bit of tartness added from the black currant. The mid adds a very gourmand element with praline and vanilla, and that's the liquid brune part coming through. The dry down is a patchouli base with tonka bean for added sweetness. And here's the note card. The top notes are black currant, sage, pineapple, and blood orange. The middle notes are praline, cardamom, plum, and vanilla. The base notes are patchouli and tonka bean. This is a real crowd pleaser. It's sweet, it's fresh, it's affordable, you can wear it just about anywhere. I mean, what else can you ask for? I mean, the leather jacket would be nice. Staying with the Odyssey line, we have another new fragrance. This is Artisto, and it does have a cool leather jacket. Artisto is a clone of Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Beau. Now, Le Beau is a nice fragrance, but it must be easily replicated because Artisto has actually crushed it here. I think this is so good you don't need the original fragrance. This is tropical fruits and coconut with a vanilla and amber dry down. It's great for most occasions and reminds you of a day at the beach or a tropical vacation. This is fresh, sweet, and has nice performance. So let's take a look at the notes. The top notes are bergamot, nutty notes,
What?
and sage. The middle notes are coconut, tropical fruits, and cinnamon. The base notes are tonka, vanilla, and amber. This is another solid entry into the Odyssey line. Armaf doesn't miss too much lately. Next up we have a new Lattafa. This is Lattafa Habik. And this looks like something out of A Nightmare Before Christmas. Is this a Halloween theme? Because it looks like it should come with a raven and a spell book. Spray this twice and you'll summon Dracula. or your ex. Either way, it's risky. This is a clone of a discontinued fragrance, Jean Paul Gaultier's Le Male Essence de Parfum. Was anybody really asking for that? But here we are. So this is a darker scent. You can smell cinnamon and lavender. It also has cardamom and pepper for spiciness. And there's also a tonka bean note that adds sweetness to it. And there's also an herbal note that you get throughout the fragrance. So this is a fairly complex fragrance, but not so much that it's going to be really polarizing. This is a fall and winter going out type of fragrance. It's high quality, there's nothing funky in there, there's no alcohol note or anything like that when you spray it on. It smells good, it smells very warm, spicy, peppery. Now it's not really my type of fragrance, but I think some of you are really going to like it. And let's check the notes. The top notes are cardamom, pepper, artemisia, and bergamot. The middle notes are lavender, cinnamon, and sage. The base notes are tonka bean, sandalwood, patchouli, amberwood, and musk. So I would recommend sampling this before you buy it if you can. And closing with a legend, it's Armaf's Club de Nuit Intense Man Extrait de Parfum. That's a mouthful. So Club de Nuit Intense Man is a clone of Creed Aventus. And this is a line that has evolved over the years from EDT to EDP to Parfum. And now this is the Halo. This is the Extrait de Parfum. This is the best one you can get, at least until they release an Elixir.
No! No! No!
So there is an enormous number of Creed Aventus clones. However, I don't think you could do better than the Club de Nuit Intense Man line. This one actually outperforms the original. The scent profile is a bright, refreshing opening of pineapple with a little tartness from blackcurrant. It also has a smoky, woody, ambery, is that a word? Amber dry down. So this is a fantastic scent that can be worn for all weather and for all occasions. So if you're the type of person who would like a one-bottle fragrance collection, this would do the trick. This has top notes of pineapple, lemon, blackcurrant, bergamot, and apple. The middle notes are birch, rose, and jasmine. The base notes are patchouli, vanilla, ambergris, and musk. Put simply, this is awesome, and fragrances like this are what got me into collecting. So which of these fragrances caught your eye? Have you tried any of them? Which of these are you looking forward to the most? Let me know down in the comments. So if you like talking about fragrances, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. Also turn on notifications so you don't miss future uploads. Also, be sure to check out my clone fragrance review playlist right here so you can find more hidden gem fragrances. And we'll see you in the next video.